Hello, this is LifeSeeker 128. Today, I've been going through a bunch of things in Rebuild the Capital. Of course my alarm goes off right now. Alright. And now we're going to see a representative of the underworld. And you might be saying, but the Brotherhood of Steel famously hates ghouls. And you would be right.
Good to see you.
But I plan to change their mind. At least in some form or fashion. Because peace is more valuable than any possible thing.
Try the amazing aqua cura. Studies have proven that 10 out of 10 drinkers of aqua cura.
Okay, let's see what he's up about. Because I predict something is going to go wrong, as it usually does. Well, hello there, good sir. Bill Marshal Daniel, I presume. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You wanted to speak about establishing relations with the Brotherhood. Straight to the point, perfect. Yes, I and many others around here believe it is time to fully integrate the underworld into the new world the Brotherhood is building. The Brotherhood of Steel has established relations with many settlements, and there is no reason for the underworld to be overlooked. Despite what rumors you may have heard, the underworld and ghouls have much to offer the wasteland. There is a place for ghouls in the new capital wasteland. Perfect to hear. The underworld will be well worth your investment, I can promise you that. Now, if we could just... Wait, who the hell are they?
Watch out.
They who? Fuck. Mr. Garfield, you have some splaining to do. Sorry for shooting at you in particular. I mean, it's kind of hard to do things. Those crazy bastards nearly shot dead everyone in this freaking bar. Goddamn bar. Are you okay? I mean, I know you are doing a hell of a lot better than me. Who are those guys? No idea. But they looked like they were aiming for you and me. Now, I like to think I'm a smart man, so I'm going to take an educated guess. Someone probably heard I was meeting with you about working with the Brotherhood. And I'm guessing they don't like the idea of the Knights entering our quiet neighborhood. thought they could whack us, and that would put a cork in it. I don't know about you, but I don't think spraying bullets can hinder progress. Its parent ghouls have lost their... no. Alright, I'll investigate who they were and what they want. Great. Go look under some rocks, and I am sure you'll find a trail that leads somewhere. I'd help, but carrots have been extinct for a while now, and radiation sure doesn't help with my eyesight. Alright, well that was fucked. So it came from this direction. Okay. He's here. Snowflake?
Hey, you here for a cut? Maybe a buzz? Mohawk? Come on, something.
Do you know anything about the Forgotten Soldiers? I don't know anything about them other than this pamphlet I found. Just leave me alone and you can have it. I don't want any trouble. Okay. Forgotten Soldier pamphlet. Brothers and sisters... Hold on. Do not listen to the lies of the Smoothskins. Oh. You're immortal warriors blessed with abilities and health that leave all else envious. While a Smoothskin wastes away until he is old and weak, you live a life full of great power and longevity, for you have been transformed by radiation. The gamma rays left from the mighty atomic bombs which destroyed the past world have left you reborn amongst the rubble of the old. Rise, brothers and sisters, and embrace your immortality. The Brotherhood of Steel, the Enclave, and all other bigots are jealous of your gift, and as such seek to destroy you, for they fear your abilities. Do not let the newest evolved race of mankind become slaves. Join the Forgotten Soldiers and fight to secure your place. Fight to secure your place at the top of the world, where you so rightfully belong. If you are brave enough to enlist in the battle for liberty and wish to fulfill your eternal destiny, come to these coordinates for your first test of skill and your first taste of revenge. The Forgotten Soldiers will endure. The old commander will lead us to victory. Great.
That sounds great.
Another would-be rabble-rouser. Just Mall Northwest. That's it? That's all? Okay. Fine. We'll do it. Just to return, don't that really burns? So I'll never learn, and I show it. Look out, Lord. Let me down. Keeps us apart. Make up your mind. What are you gonna do?
Ain't none of my business.
Found you.
Let me pick it. Oh shit. Jesus. What's going on here?
Watch out!
Watch out? What do you mean, watch out? Pickett. Rescued just in the nick of time, and by the field marshal, no less. It's just an unlucky day. Are you okay? Oh, I'm fine. Unlike those unlucky boys in blue over there. I was sent to investigate rumors of a gang of ghouls taking potshots at Brotherhood patrols in the area. Turns out, they were more than just ugly raiders. And were well trained and armed with automatic rifles, not BB guns. The ghouls captured me along with the footmen, and I was waiting for my turn to be executed. That is, until you showed up. These same masked ghouls tried to assassinate me in the underworld. Then this entire situation is more fucked up than I thought. These guys could cause all sorts of hell for the Brotherhood. The rest of the gang had gone on a short patrol before I was about to be executed. Although it looks like they're back from their stroll. Just our luck. Let's get them. Where are they?
Hostiles! Where?
What have you... Want some more?
Dead. Presence of a finger means you are wicked. Pickett? Thanks. Well, that takes care of those bastards, but I have the feeling we haven't killed all of them. So what's next? While I was waiting for them to execute me, I overheard the ghouls talking about how their operations... how their operations in the underworld? They, the Forgotten Soldiers, as they call themselves, have been recruiting from the underworld. Not only that, but they have also buried themselves somewhere deep in the ruins of the History Museum. They are organizing to attack Brotherhood patrols in DC, planning all this right under our noses. The next step is to garrison the underworld with troops so the Brotherhood can snuff them out of their hiding holes, and cut off their recruitment. Oh, and one last thing. The ghouls kept referring to someone called the Old Commander, who I am assuming is their leader. Sounds like this guy behind your assassination attempt is capturing him... Wait. It sounds like the guy behind your assassination attempt. So capturing him is what we really need to be aiming for. I think sending troops in will agitate the ghouls and make things worse. Listen, I don't have anything against ghouls besides the mess they make when they molt. I'm sure the residents of the underworld won't much appreciate a bunch of soldiers waving guns in their faces, but we cannot allow the underworld to continue to rot as a cesspool for the forgotten soldiers. A cease pull? Are you fucking kidding me? English, motherfucker. Dost thou speaketh it? Some troops need to be deployed for the continued success of Brotherhood operations. If you change your mind, you can speak to Head Paladin Roosevelt about sending a garrison to the underworld. When you made your decision, meet me in the underworld so we can plan our next move. Yeah, I'm not doing that. We can handle this by ourselves. It's not gonna fucking do anything. We're gonna freaking do the other thing. By the way, where did... Oh, there she is. Hey, Willow.
What's up, tourist?
Love you, babe. Alrighty. I got nothing, man. Might as well keep the rep up to date. Yeah? Okay, never mind. Hell, I could probably do this without Picket. Probably a bit cleaner, honestly. Although sneaking is definitely a part of it. Where is my anti-material rifle? Oh, it's back here. Okay. Oh my god. I'm gonna wait an hour for her to show up. And another hour. Or not. Fine. Where are we going? The Head Paladin Roosevelt about sending troops to the underworld. And where is he? Oh, right. Her. She is inside. Navigate to the office. Speak to her at least for other dialogue, you know? Save. Hi, Rose. Ruse. I need you to send soldiers into the Museum of America. Museum of America? No. That's it? There's no discussion? Like, hey, there's a situation in Underworld. I want you to run security from the outside. But, give them some breathing room, you know? I just want to make sure that I'm not getting reinforcements for the enemy I'm fighting. Because, you know, reinforcements can tip the tide and, you know. But I am a manipulator of time. So they hardly do anything. And, I am basically a god.
RL3 stands
Any timeline I'm existing in is the timeline where I win. Simply put. There is no timeline that exists in this universe I am playing within where I lose. Although I could tell that to the residents of Tenpenny Tower and they would laugh, so I don't know. It's a bit hit or miss, that assertion. Alright, where we go? We go to the mall. Yourself. It's a man. Boss. You are, of course. I think they're very tough. Man. Hey, President. You ready to start sweeping the Museum of America for forgotten soldiers? Who knows how many of those bastards are crawling around in the ruins of this old building? It's going to be one hell of a fight. I'm ready. I don't see any reinforcements, so I guess we are doing this on our own. If you really think we're ready, then let's go. I'm right behind you. And remember, our primary target is their leader, nicknamed the Old Commander. We must cut the head off the rotting snake. And we will. Can you sneak with me or not? God damn it. She's gonna fuck everything up, aren't she? You know what? Here, wait here. God damn it. She won't listen to me. Not for any reason. Shut up, bitch. Hell of a fight, Field Marshal. Fucking A. I can't just tell her to wait here and go in by myself. In stealth. And actually make this shit work. No, 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 no. God damn it. Why? Oh, God damn it.
One here, engaging.
Stop this.
Area secured.
For now. God damn it. Why?
Where?
We're supposed to go low and slow.
Attack. Where?
Oh. Well, that one's done. Do it. Take the shots. Oh, shit. Hit right click. Game crashes. Yay! But that's half the game. Alright. Let's try this again. I don't care, bitch. Fucking die. Please. Poof. I am definitely going to need some rebound for this part in particular. Alright. Low and slow. Fucking asshole. I have half a mind to just kill her right here. That would be rude, and it would mitigate the fun.
Targets acquired.
Motherfucking...
Hostile incoming.
Alright, hold up. Checking challenges here. Rifle, rifleman, rifle grip guns, okay. Squeezy. Okay, yeah. You. No.
Disengaging.
Disengaging. Why? Why are you disengaging? I don't really want to let her die. I just want her to stay put and stop blowing my cover. Although that said, I really should try to find something that improves my accuracy. Center of mass. I don't know. I don't know about that. I like freaking targeting the head. Is there something about that? Tactical strategist. Overall damage in VATS increased. Maybe. I don't know. Slungro Stalker. No. Huh. Yeah, wasn't there a thing about accuracy? Slick shooter. While your target is reloading. It's a crit chance. Remember there being an icon with like a building and you taking aim or some garbage? Could be something that I don't have the prerequisite for? I don't know. And then there was this, Nowhere to Hide, which is double damage against fleeing and cloaked targets, or something like that. I don't really know them. We could just run for the win, run like wins again, like I had originally planned. It's like a wide shot of a building or a couple buildings. And it's not center of mass, I know that. Maybe I already picked that one up. I could have. Stranger Remain, Idiot Savant, Mojave, Lone Wanderer. Huh. No. Yeah, and all of these are winning for losing, more or less, or they are not for my gender. My own master now. No. Sniper. Wait. One shot, one kill. The sniper perk, your chance to hit an opponent's head in VATS is raised 25%, and your sneak attack criticals deal twice as much damage as they normally would with scoped rifles. I have these requirements. Why is this not available? Hold on. Something's up here. Let's see. We need to find my perks list. Conditions. Sniper. Pleasure is mine. And climb again. So 90 or 90 or 70, well, and 75. Either weapon skill and both attributes and sneak. I should have this available. So what the fuck? Should be playable. Should be on level up. It's not a trait, it's not hidden. Your chance to hit an opponent's head in VATS is raised by 25%. Sneak attack crits, right. I made sure. Agility at least 6 and perception at least 8. And either energy weapons 90 or guns 90, at least. And sneak at least 75. Maybe I don't have enough agility? Damn it. Okay. Why don't we grab something that's basically a nothing burger, then remove it, and get sniper, because I am pretty sure I can hit it. I'll do spray and pray too. Okay, yeah, spray and pray. I'm not standing up, that's fine.
What was that?
Fuck you. Did she die? Shouldn't have died. Where is she, though?
Where did you go?
Get out of here. Pick it. What are you doing? Pickett is unconscious. Well, dumbass, don't run ahead. Jesus Christ, she's gonna murder the entire fucking thing. All on her own. I feel terrible about that, because we're not going in quietly. Alright. Search. Sniper. Perk. Okay, search. It was spray and pray, right? Perk. Okay, so player dot remove perk 00165181. Add perk sniper. It's because my rads. It is always because of my rads. But I'm not going to get rid of my rads. Yeah, see? It should be there. But my perception is buffed by 6. So actually it could be my perception. I am at a loss for what the fuck. So it's not base perception?
Whatever it was, I guess it's gone.
Shut up. Okay, next level is going to be more perception. Because apparently I don't have enough base perception.
Enemy contact.
Shut up. Hold on. There are plaques to read here. Okay, we can do that. This is the first room, right? Should be. Unless I'm mistaken. Also, she kind of charged ahead without me being able to loot anything. So, shit is fucking bananas. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Should probably give those to someone. Artifacts. Shut up! I'm doing my job, which is to salvage technology and the past in general. You're the one who fucked up by freaking charging on ahead. In the middle of a scum-infested motherfucker. So anyway, killing her would do nothing. Because she is effectively immortal. So I can't really disable her so I can continue sneaking. Tiger tank. Here you can see the legendary German Tiger 1. The Tiger 1, or Panzer VI, was first seen on the battlefield in 1942 and quickly became the American forces' worst nightmare due to the enormous firepower of its 88mm main gun. Still, the Tiger could not prevent the well-deserved victory of the U.S. in Europe. Detailed informations are located in our database. Yes, thank you for the informations. Here you see a full-scale model of the... Wait, full-scale model of the American M4 Sherman, the most built American tank in World War II. My God. Detailed informations referring to this American tank are located in our database.
I'm watching you.
This panel has been hit by several shots or splinters and seems to have been exposed to an explosion. The wood is black and partially burned. The engraved plate broken and demolished. The text is barely readable. Whatever raged here was definitely ugly, loud, and displeasing. On the panel, something is written about an anti-tank weapon named bazooka. Okay. German machine gun. In this case, you can see one of the two standard machine guns used by the German Wehrmacht in World War II. The infamous MG42 displayed here on bipod and mounting can be used as light infantry support or onboard weapon. It was mostly used in the German Army infantry divisions. The older and more numerous MG34 was preferred as onboard weapon. Detailed informations referring to this weapon can be found in our database. The weapons shown here were captured by our brave soldiers during the liberation of France and are on loan from Gerald W. Walker, Jr., Arlington, Virginia. If you say so. It's probably been 200 years since that's been in its case last, so good luck with that. Museum. German weapons. Here you can see the standard weaponry of the German Wehrmacht in World War II. The pistol, okay, a bunch of terminology that I am going to completely butcher, that I will not. The weapons showed here have been captured by U.S. soldiers on following liberation of France. Detailed information in the database. With kind permission, Sergeant Major Mark Desmond, C. Desmond, U.S. Army. Okay. Cool. It's gone. Well, it hasn't been there for hundreds of years. Well, for several decades. You'll see standard weaponry of our brave infantry during several battles in World War II. More weaponry terminology that I am not going to try to read. Detailed information in the database. Kind permission, Sergeant Major Andy C. Desmond. We did this one, right? Here you can see the most common Japanese weapons of World War II. Japanese katana, pistol mod, other, and no. Information database. All weapons in this showcase have been captured Pacific battlegrounds and are in private property today. They are loans from Lieutenant Colonel General S. Harper and others. Browning. Here you can see the American heavy machine gun M2 Browning 50 cal. This excellent American weapon was introduced in 1933 and used as heavy infantry weapon AA gun on tanks and ships or on board on planes. Magnificent B-17 Flying Fortress carried 13 guns of this kind as AA armament. Gun is still used today. Clear proof for the supremacy of American weapon systems. Detailed information database. Friendly permission of Colonel George C. Stanton. Text on this panel is scratched and damaged almost beyond recognition. Shards and splinters have broken off. There are dents in the surface, large blood stains, and even a patch of hair on the edge. Seem to suggest that somebody used it to erase someone else from the Encyclopedia of Life. Just a few fragments of the title and the first words are still discernible. Something about B, Fly, Fort, Bomb, USA, Force, and Excellent. It's odd that after its impromptu use, it was properly put back in place. That is a good point. USS Tennessee. This is a true-scale model of the American battleship USS Tennessee. Do you even know what true scale is supposed to mean? Anyway, the USS Tennessee, commissioned in 1920, was the lead ship of her class and attached to Pacific Fleet in 1922. On December 7th, 1941, she was sunk during the Japanese sudden attack on Pearl Harbor, but could be salvaged in a minimum of time and returned in the Pacific, repaired and refitted in 1943. The Tennessee fought in several battles until 1945, including the Battle of Iwo and Okinawa. In the Battle of the Suriago Strait, she and 4 other American battleships scuttled the Japanese battleship IJNS Yamashiro. In 1947, USS Tennessee was set off duty and finally scrapped in 1949. Detailed information in the database. This is a full-scale model. It is not full-scale, dude. You don't understand what you're saying. Mod creator. English is not your first language, obviously. Full scale means it is at the scale it was constructed to be originally. Meaning, this thing would have been larger than the frickin' exhibit. This is a full-scale model of the American Essex-class carrier vessel USS Hornet. The ship was launched in 1943 with a total length of 872 feet, a width of 147 feet, 6 inches, and a displacement of TS, what is that? Tons? 27,100 tons? It won't be 27 tons, I can tell you that. It housed 80 to 100 planes. Her own armament included 12.5-inch caliber 38, 4 twin, 4 single. 8 quadruple caliber guns and all that garbage. The ship and her planes fought in several battles in Western Pacific, including the Battle of the Philippine Sea and the Battle of Samar in 1944. On April 6, 1945, she took part in the sinking of the Japanese battleship IJNS Yamato. After World War II, the ship was upgraded several times and finally retired in 1970. It's now located as a museum in Alameda, California. Detailed description of the USS Hornet and other in database. So, this is where the linguistic failings of the mod creator finally break down completely. Obviously, English is not their first language. Second, they may have got their American history from Wikipedia or others. Which is fine if you just want to learn, but or grant flavor for a video game, which is obviously what this is, but the guy has no idea what the hyphenated word full scale actually means. If it were actually full scale, first it would be made of model plastic or some other lightweight material, but it would be as big as the original ship. And that would be impossible, because fucking look at this fucking plinth. Dude, what the fuck? Just say, this is a scale model of the ship. And then it would be generally understood. There's no logical means. There is no logic behind these plaques. Don't ask me why I'm upset. I'm just upset. And it calls into question how much the mod creator actually knows about American history or can actually speak to it in this context of what a museum exhibit actually should be. Easily, he could have just destroyed all of the plaques and not really given a damn. And that would have been fine. I mean, it's ruins, man. But no, he tried. He tried, and that's kind of... He tried, and he didn't try hard enough. He didn't get it right. And that's what's pissing me off. And it's obviously a culture other than his own. Because he barely knows fucking English. Okay, these pictures taken by American pilots during the Battle of Okinawa show the sinking of the Japanese super battleship IJNS Yamato by American carrier planes on April 7th, 1945. So, the thing is, for flavor, just only provide the necessary details and not make assertions with them. That is all. The Yamato was the biggest and most powerful battleship ever seen, but she had no chance against the combined planes from 11 U.S. aircraft carriers. The sinking of the Yamato was the final doom for battleship-based sea power and was the dawn of the age of the aircraft carriers. An age that continues to the present. An age that continues to the present and is clearly dominated by the supercarriers of the U.S. Navy today. Detailed information in the database. I am disappointed and frustrated by the lack of linguistic acumen that this mod author has. It is insane. Here you can see pictures of two of the most decisive moments in World War II. Now, I don't really know if this is the original mod author or if this is the mod author for the voice pack that came after. But either way, it's fucking disappointing. Anyway, I've got a 30-second timer, so I'm having some cashews. Alright. How are we on time? We're an hour in. Okay. Here you can see pictures of two of the most decisive moments in World War II. On the left, you can see a picture showing the explosion of the USS Arizona on December 7th, 1941 in Pearl Harbor. Right below is a copy of President Theodore Roosevelt's address to the American nation on December 8th, 1941. On the right, you can see a picture taken during the Allied landing in France on June 6th, 1944. Right below is a copy of General Dwight D. Eisenhower's orders to the Allied forces. Electronic duplicates of these important speeches can be found in our database. And on the desk of one of the rooms downstairs, which I have. And I'm kind of interested in reading those out and checking their accuracy to the actual speeches and pointing that out later. Because, oh my god. So far, this part of the mod is fucking broken as far as language.
Etching. Where?
I'm ahead. We have
Someone here. Etching.
where? Hey, line up. No. They counted.
And I know that the voice pack was meant to
Where?
correct errors, and I can only assume that it actually did its due diligence in doing so. But I don't know, man. Can't really trust it at this point because it's obvious to me that some modder or another is not well versed in proofreading for actual English.
No!
Actual colloquial English. Or, hell, even proper English. Even understandable English. Shut up. Alright, Pickett, what the fuck? Oh, right, I was looking at the challenges. Okay. Okay, I think we're done. The big squeezy. Yeah, we did that. Yeah. Alright. So we can probably switch to the sub machine gun. And get those fixed. Well, anyway, the management aspects of the mod are still good, but most of the text added for flavor is egregiously grammatically incorrect
You won't get away with that.
in certain circumstances. And as a result, some of the statements made are utterly inaccurate. such as the description of scale on some of the models in the Museum of History. So yeah, it's rough around the edges. It needs some smoothing. And if someone would do so, that would be a freaking great contribution to this masterpiece. Well, not necessarily a masterpiece, but anyway. Hell, maybe I could figure it out and do it myself. Hell if I know, dude, but that's a lot of work. He wrote a lot of fucking stuff. That needs a bit of correction. And I don't know how to get in contact with the mod author of the original, nor the voice pack. So, getting it onto the Nexus would be the next big challenge, I guess. And without any assurance that I could, I'd be doing the labor for nothing. And nobody would see the freaking modification unless I streamed it, and people would watch. So it's like, I don't know, do I have all the time in the world? Maybe. But do I want to spend that much time? I don't know. What you can see here is the first type of power armor ever used in active duty. The T45D power armor from West Tech, a breakthrough in development of infantry armor systems, first deployed into the field in 2067 during the campaign in Alaska. Proved enormously effective against enemy infantry and tanks alike. It provides massive protection coupled with a maximum of available firepower, and is an outstanding demonstration of superior American military technology. The T45D, however, is not the peak of powered armor systems. It has some flaws, for instance, in the field of mobility, where its capabilities are quite limited. These issues were largely reduced in subsequent modernized versions. 2076, the official successor, the T51B, was introduced. For further non-confidential information, please feel free to contact our database. This armor is a replica and property of the Museum of American History. Replica power armor. This showcase contains pride of American armor technology. A T-51B power armor, developed by American engineers in West Tech Laboratories, is the direct successor of the T-45D power armor, and was first deployed into battle in June 2076, during the final offensive of the U.S. in Alaska, where U.S. Army units armored with this suit overwhelmed the Chinese battle lines. Most of these armors were deployed to the Chinese front to help achieve the final victory over America's communist adversaries. Further non-confidential information in the database. Exhibit is a replica. Closed for renovation. Part of the exhibition is closed due to the need of renovation. due to a need for renovation. Thank you for your understanding. Administration of the Museum of American History. Any plaques in here or no? Close for renovation, right? Here you can see the standard combat armor used by our brave soldiers in their fight against the Chinese invaders. The excellent and proven, not proved, proven U.S. combat armor had been modified for the Alaska operations. Snow camo, longer arm padding with gloves, and extra protectoral plates. Protective plates, not protectoral. Face and head are protected by a morion? What is a morion? Snow goggles accompany the helmet. Yeah, what the fuck is a morion? I've never heard of that term. A kind of helmet without beaver or visor? Worn by soldiers in the 16th and 17th centuries. Beaver. What is a beaver? No, not like that. A hat made of felted beaver fur. A heavy woolen cloth resembling felted beaver fur. Beaver cloth. I am confused. For detailed information, please contact our database. I think I might need to at this point. I mean, it's such a dated term that I had no idea it existed. Victory in Alaska. On this picture, you can see the final triumph of our brave troops in the liberation of Alaska. American soldiers in T-51B power armor are raising the flag of our glorious nation. Not glory nation, glorious. Above the Alaska refinery, next to Anchorage, on January 10th, 2077. I kind of played through that scenario in Operation Anchorage. The refinery was the major stronghold of Chinese presence in Alaska and was acrimoniously hell, I barely know what acrimonious means. Let's look it up. I'm getting through this. Typically of speech or debate, angry and bitter. I guess that makes sense. But it's spelled wrong, is the thing. You have a U-O-S, not an O-U-S. So acrimoniously defended, it also needs to be made into an adverb by enemy troops. Chinese Supreme Commander in Alaska, General Jingwei, had established his headquarters in this place. Headquarters. Detailed information concerning the liberation of Alaska is archived in our database.
Hey,
This one.
be more careful.
Oh, shut up. The Guns of Anchorage. Here you see footage of the Guns of Anchorage, taken shortly before the Chinese invasion. Wait, it's a video? How the fuck did you fit it within the frame? Or is it a picture? Is it a photograph? It's not footage. Photographs are not footage. Footage is a moving picture, meaning it is a video. Fucking... Okay. Taken shortly before the Chinese invasion, the guns were part of a wide-stretched network of fortifications near the city of Anchorage. This installation, after our brave soldiers' last stand in the first days of the invasion, fell into enemy hands, and the guns were turned against our own troops until American paratrooper commandos took them out on a secret mission. Details about the Fortress of Anchorage and its history are to be found in our database. So, thing is, Operation Anchorage is kind of a fabrication of the actual liberation. So, what I played earlier in the playthrough, some details were not the most accurate, as evidenced by the logs we found afterward. Anyway, Ebon Atoll's flag. This flag was recovered from the wreck of the USS Ebon Atoll, a U.S. Navy missile cruiser sunk off the coast of Alaska in 2066 with all hands lost. The cutting-edge vessel's loss was due to a nuclear torpedo strike from the U.S. Navy submarine, the USS Interference, during the Anchorage campaign. The submarine mistook the cruiser for an enemy vessel during radio silence and sunk it before obtaining visual confirmation. This ranks as one of the most tragic disasters in U.S. naval history since World War II. Yeah, and the Operation Anchorage logs kind of discuss this tragedy, so I already read that out. This exhibit shows the Chinese He-Gui stealth armor that is worn predominantly by Chinese elite squads. The armor features an active cloaking device that does not reflect light, but allows it to bypass the cloaked soldier. What? Armor features an active cloaking device that does not reflect light. Okay, that makes sense. But allows it to bypass the cloaked soldier. That is such an awkward sentence. Anyway, this effect creates the illusion of making the armored person transparent. Although the camouflage is not completely flawless, the air around it seems to be flickering, especially when in motion. China fruitlessly attempted to compensate for the superiority of the American T-51B power armor with this stealth suit. Nevertheless, this armor has some remarkable advantages. Analysis by U.S. engineers led to the development of the handy Stealth Boy, which, after its weaknesses will be dealt with, is going to once again demonstrate the technical dominance of America. Development of the handy Stealth Boy, which, after its weaknesses are dealt with, Not will be. Oh my God. This is such an awkward sentence. So many awkward sentences. It makes my freaking fantasy writer brain scream that I'm trying to read all this out. Here you can see the standard combat armor used by our brave soldiers in their fight against the Chinese invaders. The excellent and proven U.S. combat armor and modified for the... Oh, right, we already read this. I'm an idiot. Sorry. I'm harping on the same mistakes that I looked at before. Alright, what's down here? Did we figure it all out, or what? Damaged info panel. The text on this info panel is unreadable. The metal plate is rusted and falling apart. Only a few single letters are still somewhat discernible. The wood is moldy and rotten. In a way, the panel appears to have stood outside in the open a long time, frequently being exposed to rain. What? So someone took this outside and then brought it back in? That's kind of nonsensical from a narrative standpoint. I don't really know. Weird. Well, you can see there are the three currently most powerful types of ordnance in the arsenal of our armed forces. Flamethrower, the next part of the script, is damaged and no longer readable. Only the last two sentences are still somewhat readable. For more detailed information, please contact our database. The ordnance displayed here is a loan from Washington, D.C. National Guard. Okay. I don't have a problem with that one. Here you can see standard weaponry of the U.S. infantry during the liberation of Alaska. A trench knife, the standard issue sidearm, all of these weapons proved, yeah, okay, that makes sense. All of these weapons proved their effectiveness and reliability in combat countless times, and each of them is a shining example of quality weaponry made in the U.S. They are still in use today, even now, with the U.S. military steadily converting to energy weapons. For more detailed information, please contact our database. And also, you're not contacting a database. You're accessing a database. You access a database. You contact another person or an office. You don't contact a database. A database is not a person or a collection of people. Anyway. English. Obviously, they don't speak it. These are different models of the so-called Gauss rifle. This weapon first entered field test adequacy? What? First entered field test adequacy. Adequacy, I don't think is a word that belongs in this sentence, but okay. And subsequent production in Germany, designated as the M72. American manufacturers then quickly developed their own version, as can be seen on top here. On top of where? You mean in the display case? seen on display here. At the top of the display here. Okay. You could say, as can be seen at the top of the display. This rifle mainly saw service among commando units during the campaign in Alaska. Unfortunately, the Chinese Army also was equipped with Gauss rifles. You can see the Chinese model at the bottom. Okay. At the bottom of the display, you mean. The Gauss rifle shoots 2mm bolts at supersonic, ultra-high velocity. The American and Chinese models, unlike their German predecessor, drain a whole microfusion cell per shot, rendering them unfit for normal infantry service. As a sniper weapon, however, both models have shown superior performance and effectiveness. Further non-confidential information is available in our database. See? This sentence makes sense. Here you can see standard weaponry of the Chinese Red Army infantry during the invasion of Alaska. The Chinese pistol, Shansei C96 caliber, I'm not going to read all of it, and the Chinese officer sword. In addition to these weapons, Chinese Army copied the DSK 501 sniper gun, as shown here. Sniper rifle. It's never a sniper gun, it's a sniper rifle. Fuck. Shown here. And the U.S. Army heavy weapons like the flamethrower and the missile launcher, which you can see in another showcase. These weapons have been captured by our brave soldiers during the liberation of Anchorage and are a loan from the Department of Defense. For more detailed information, please contact our database. Again, contacting a database. Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry if I'm kind of pissing y'all off with my nitpicking of this shit. But come on. If you're going to write something for public consumption, please make sure it fits thematically. And it doesn't fit thematically if it's misspelled and misgrammared like it is here in a museum. An American museum. It doesn't make any fucking sense. This is a true-to-scale model of the Chinese Chimera tank. Now that is how it's supposed to be said. True to scale. Not full scale. Not true scale either. It is a true to scale model, meaning the proportions are correct, but the size is different. That's how it's supposed to be said. Anyway, the Chimera tank was based on a drilling machine designed and used to drill for oil in the polar regions. Chinese invaders captured a large number of these vehicles and modified them for military purposes. Unlike traditional tanks, the Chimera doesn't move on tracks, but on a double drill, ideally fitting for navigation on ice and snow. It was armed with a heavy laser cannon mounted onto the drill carriage. When the Chimera appeared on the battlefield, it was the only tank-like vehicle capable of operating in Alaska, and it proved a serious threat to our brave soldiers. The destruction of several fuel depots and outfitting installations greatly reduced the number of active Chimeras, and in the end, even this tank could not prevent the well-deserved victory of our glorious forces in Alaska. Detailed information about this tank can be found in our database. Yeah, also, obviously this museum is pretty heavily propagandized, like glorifying their great nation. And when you use bad grammar in certain circumstances during these displays, it kind of besmirches that. It undermines that glory. The scripture on this info panel is no longer readable. That is to say, somebody seems to have carefully removed it on purpose. Looks like the reason for that will remain a mystery. Okay. Mysteries. I like mysteries. Oftentimes, leaving a mystery is preferable to spouting garbage. Nonsensical, grammatically incorrect garbage. Like most of this museum seems to want to. I swear to God, some of this sounds like it was written by AI. And the voice pack that I am using with it supposedly uses AI voices. So, I don't know, maybe they made some fuck-ups, thinking they were making corrections and all that. I can't be certain, so. And I am by no means an expert on the English language or on American history.
Killed her.
Sorry, I'm fighting. The fighting is happening. Anyway, so yeah, I'll talk about this later once enemies have been dealt with fully.
Watch it.
Shut up. So anyway, I am by no means an expert on the English language or American history as it exists today, or in a few decades past. I am by no means an expert on Fallout lore either. But many of these errors are glaringly obvious to American citizens and fluent English speakers and readers and writers. And that's all I'm trying to say. It is jarring to have this dialogue and wording in such a state that beggars belief. that it would be in a museum or an institution of higher learning or anything of that nature, where the people in the backstory of that location would be almost employed by how correct they can make the information. Now, of course, there's some additional glorification of activities during war or the state of being in the army, which is obviously meant to follow along with the themes of Fallout as a whole in lampooning warfare and the reasons for it. There is no real reason. It just happens. And the rest of us have to deal with the aftermath. That's basically the main gist of Fallout. And its themes are somewhat poignant, which is kind of why I wanted to play this and stream it, make content about it. Now, that's also why I want to kind of do it justice, because this franchise, as far as Fallout 3 and its quasi-sequel, are rather beloved to me. And I just want to showcase it in its best form, modified to all hell and back by loving mod creators. But some of these mods are not of the highest quality, and that kind of disappoints me. Anyway, here you can see a full-scale model of the Poseidon Energy oil rig. Here we go again with the use of quote-unquote full-scale, which is not actually what that word is used for, or term. That term is not used in that way, so please don't use it in that way. Anyway, this rig was constructed by Poseidon Energy in the hunt for the last known oil reserves. The Chinese rig started construction only months before, but thanks to superior American technology and our engineers' determination, Poseidon Energy was able to drill the reserves first and secure it for the U.S. China's refusal to acknowledge the oil rights of the U.S. was one reason for the conflict known as the Resource War. Detailed information related to Poseidon Energy oil rig and her history are located in our database. This model is a loan from Poseidon Energy, your foremost energy company. BOMB. This is a true to scale model of the Strategic Orbital Missile Base. Her official name is Ballistic Orbital Missile Base 001, or BOMB 001, and she's the ultimate warranty for America's safety in these dangerous times. Yeah, this is like more or less just before the bombs fell that this was written. So, armed with a maximum of 25 missiles, 8 are currently on duty, and a permanent crew of 6 brave men and women, Bomb 001 guards America and represents an important part of our nuclear deterrence. This base, the USA, well-deserved. With this base, the US, well-deserved, dominates Earth's planetary orbits. And the American people can live their dream, and American is not capitalized, in the knowledge of being safe against all enemy attacks. This has to have been written by AI. No human being who understands English to at least a rudimentary level would think this sentence makes sense. Okay. Detailed and non-concealed informations referring Bomb 001 can be found in our database. This model is a loan from the NASA. What the fuck? Alright, I'm taking a picture of that one because holy shit. I am not happy. I am not happy with the writing quality of this mod. And it's driving me insane. Alright, Pickett, what the fuck was all of that about? It was one hell of a fight. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Good to hear. It would seem there's some more good news. The leader of these band of uglies, the so-called old commander, is dead. Seems another one of your enemies has met their demise. What do we do now? Well, Yeomanry Command tracks... Yeah, Yeomanry Command, not commands, tracks down the remnants of the forgotten soldiers. A decision needs to be made about what to do with the underworld. If the Brotherhood of Steel does nothing, it is likely that the underworld will simply return to being a safe haven for forgotten soldiers. Or worse yet, staging ground for future attacks on Brotherhood positions in the DC ruins. I'm not sure what the right choice is, whether the underworld is integrated in the wasteland or permanently occupied by troops is your decision. After you've decided, you can return to speak with me, and hopefully I will have an update on the whereabouts of remaining forgotten soldiers.
Swirl vigorously with a stiff brush and get your party on. That's right, it removes stains.
Alright, I think that has to be it for our forays into linguistics and making sure that the written word makes sense. in any language it is spoken or written, not just English. It needs to make sense. And I found it very hard to read what I was reading out loud and make it make sense at the Museum of History in this mod for a game that I love. Yeah, so that's about it for the stream. Thank you for watching. I am LifeSeeker128, and that's on both YouTube and Twitch. Thank you so much for the views that you give me for any reason, and thank you for any and all likes. This is a tough time for all of us. And I thank you all. Okay, if you're watching on Twitch, come watch my YouTube. I've got all the VODs there. And if you're watching on YouTube, come watch my Twitch. I tend to go live now during evenings and nights, but I have also been branching out into streaming in the afternoon as and when. I sometimes have IRL things to handle. Tomorrow, actually, I am going to have a seminar, so I probably not going to be able to stream past evening time unless I stream really late. But I can probably do an afternoon stream for a few parts of a VOD, which is around between an hour and 2 hours, roughly. And I think today I had 5 of those parts, and yesterday as well. So anyway, come and check me out. That's all I ask. I can't really promise that it'll be a fun time. I can promise that it'll be an interesting time while I discover the rough patches of a broad and imaginative mod for Fallout 3 that has been ported to A Tale of Two Wastelands. That still needs development, and that isn't getting it. I don't know. It's a topic that I am not too well versed in anymore. Modding. I do love playing with mods in games like these and pretty much any other game. So I'll continue. But yeah, the writing. The writing in it is not all there. In fact, is not... It is very much English as a second language, or even just written by AI or translated by AI from some other language that I can't fathom right now. It is not thematically on point for a story that is set in post-apocalyptic America. It just isn't. It's a little undercooked, is what I'm trying to say. But feel free to like, subscribe, and follow my channels if you think my commentary or my gameplay is interesting enough. And definitely there's more to come of this. Things like that as well. After Rebuild the Capital and the last DLC for Fallout 3, I plan to play through all of Fallout New Vegas using this character if I possibly can. And if I can't play through it all as this character, then I will figure out some way to make another character to hit the other side of things. Be it just being male and going through the Legion, or exploring other storylines that are possible in New Vegas. And we'll play it by ear. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you for watching. And as always, more to come later. Bye-bye.